There are no grounds for taking the most drastic preventive measures provided by the Criminal Procedure Code, but the judge has the prerogative to pronounce a solution.
The arrest of the famous social media influencer Andrew Tate in Romania is still making headlines. In fact, it took the internet like a storm, and everyone was talking about it. People that love Andrew were sympathetic with him and praying that the Romanian authorities do the right thing or at least give him a fair trial. And those who dislike him have already passed their judgment and put him behind bars. But let's hear what his lawyer had to say about the ongoing case in Romania. Watch.
The court issued an arrest warrant for 30 days. We've appealed it. The court will decide after the appeal what the final solution is. Well, we are not at a stage where guilt or innocence is proven. For now, we only discuss preventive measures and the opportunity of taking certain measures. Guilt was not discussed. In my opinion, in the best possible way, from a defense perspective, from our perspective, there are no grounds for taking the most drastic preventive measures provided by the Criminal Procedure Code, but the judge has the prerogative to pronounce a solution, one that we have appealed, and we will see the solution after the appeal. Yes, for each of them. Yes, including them. Have a good evening.
The case is still ongoing, and Andrew Tate, his brother, and the other ladies that were arrested with him have been remanded in jail for 1 month while investigations is being carried out. And all we can hope is that Andrew Tate get a fair trial and that the big guns are not trying to silence him, because we all know if you talk too much, if you speak out of terms, if you go out of narrative, we all know what might happen to you, right? We all know. So it's very important that you follow the official narrative. So let's hope that Romania gives him a fair trial, and we will all learn what actually is going on as the case unfolds. But before we continue, let me share with you another clip done by one Romanian lawyer where he explained the whole Andrew Tate situation and how he believes things will unfold. So let's watch.
In this video I'm going to tell you all you need to know about Andrew Tate's arrest, and by the way, this comes from my perspective as a Romanian lawyer. And if you stick to the end of this video, I'm also going to present to you my prediction in regards to what's going to happen next. Let's get right into it. So 2 days ago, on December 29th, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan, alongside 2 Romanian women, have been arrested in Romania, and they are facing charges related to rape, human trafficking, and the establishment of an organized criminal group. Now, the investigation on this case dates back to April 2020, when, if you remember, after the Romanian police raided their house because of a complaint that was made against them by a US citizen. Long story short, it seems like Tristan, Andrew's brother, flew over to their house in Romania, a US woman, and one of her relatives contacted the US embassy and complained about this woman being retained against her will at the Tate's brother's house. So after the police raid happened, they've been released in a few hours because they simply didn't have enough evidence against them.
Women, women, if there is one thing that I have learned or I've heard countless times, is women complaining about men doing this or that to them. If there's one thing that the establishment has used to get powerful people on their knees, is women. Even to us Africans, it happened. I recalled one popular artist from Cameroon, Longue Longue, who was somehow arrested in France for raping an underage girl. So women women, women, and also this other guy, Julian Assange, who is in a British prison, who also was accused of rape. So it's very easy for the establishment to get to you. It's so easy. They will just put one girl who is willing to say you raped her, and that's all. You are finished. So this was the whole beginning of Andrew's downfall, when this girl's relative said her relative or his relative has been held out of her will. That was where the whole thing started. But let's continue.
But that's really when this whole investigation started. Now, coming back to the present moment, 8 months later, once they arrived in Romania a few days ago, they've been tracked down by the Romanian police and they've been arrested for 24 hours. Yesterday, so one day later, on December 13th, they've been presented in front of the judge, and the prosecutor proposed, based on the evidence that he gathered, to detain the suspects for 30 days. His request was accepted by the judge, and now Andrew Tate, his brother Tristan, and one Romanian woman, because the other one has been set free, are being under arrest for 30 days. Now, I'm going to break down some of the specifics of this case so you get a better understanding of what's actually happening. Number one, the prosecutor that is leading the case is actually a chief prosecutor, and he's very well known in Romania for leading some of the biggest and most famous cases against anti-mafia. For example, he's very well known for arresting the biggest drug lord in Romania, and he's also the one behind the collective tragedy, which, for those of you that don't know, it's about a nightclub that burned down, which unfortunately led to 64 deaths and over 180 people being injured. Now, he's also known for being one of the toughest prosecutors in Romania, and because of his past experience and because he received during his career a lot of death threats, he has 24/7 security assured by the special forces, which, to be honest, tells me that he's going to go all in on this case and he really has nothing to lose. Now, in my opinion, being that he's very experienced, he would have never arrested them in the first place if he didn't have enough evidence to support the case.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He might never gone after them if he didn't have enough evidence, but he might just be, encouraged to go after them. People out there who might want to see Andrew suffer for what he said might just slip in something, to encourage him to go after Andrew. So these games, they always know how to play it, right? They always know how to play it. Because whenever I think about the establishment going after somebody, I just remember Julian and how he fell from year to year, and how everyone just kind of moved on with life. His own country doesn't care, and UK and US are now using him to play like ping pong.